All right, welcome back. We're getting very, very close to Valentine's Day, that time of the year when everyone's looking for love, for that special someone to be in their life. So I thought this would be a good time to talk about love and the price of it, because love comes with a hefty price. So let's get into it. Hello, Freighter Xavier. Just a bit about me. I am a sun in Capricorn, moon in Cancer, ascendant in Libra, and Mars in Scorpio with Venus in Pisces, and side note, a chaos magician. But my question to you was, what would you recommend I do for getting over someone that broke my heart? With the grand trine of Venus, Mars, and Moon, I know that I could be possessive and idealistic and even a bit maternal when it comes to partners, but I cannot get over this girl, and she is constantly in my mind. I bought your spells of love and loss, and while the spells are interesting, and I casted a spell to get her last year, it worked for a while, but eventually she decided to cheat on me and was not ashamed as she did it in front of me. On Halloween night, weirdly enough. The time spent with her was fun and interesting, to say the least, but I think I still had hope for a future for us. Anyhow, I had never had a partner before, and I think that despite me being very lucky in other areas of life, when it comes to love, I have always struggled. I do believe myself to be attractive and charismatic, and I notice people checking me out, but I guess my hope is for them to approach me and not the other way around. Since you are also a sun in Cap and Mars in Scorpio, I was hoping for a bit of advice or maybe suggestions for a spell to get rid of her memories, a la Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Or perhaps find a new, more spiritually inclined partner with fewer flaws. Thanks in advance for any help, and take care. All right, so first of all, congratulations, you are a typical male. This is a typical experience of a lot of men. So the good news is there's nothing wrong with you. We just need to turn you from being a beta to an alpha. Now, there's a common misconception that in order to be alpha, you need to be ripped with muscles and in top physical condition. And it certainly helps, don't get me wrong, but it's not required. What is required is the alpha mindset. In order to be an alpha, you have to think like an alpha. Because everything begins in the mind. You change the mind and the body soon follows. Okay? So we're going to go over what you've said in your own words and point out all the beta things that you've said so that we can correct your thinking process. And I'm not even going to get into the astrology. So I have an idea of your chart now, but we're here to correct your thinking process. And I don't want you to use astrology as an excuse to believe that this is just your fate and nothing can be done about it. Okay, so first of all, what would I recommend you do for getting over someone that broke your heart? Date other women. And I'm serious, that's really what it is. You have to get back out there. Realize that there are billions of women on this planet. And if you fell for one, you can fall for another. Also understand that she didn't break your heart, you broke your heart. She's only special to you because you made her special. You put her on that pedestal. You became obsessed with her, cast magic to get her, which worked, but then she wiggled free out from under your will. And that happens. And I warned you about that in the Spells of Love and Loss program. So to answer that first question, what do you do to get over a broken heart? You get back out there and you date others. And over time, it will heal. Now, sometimes healing leaves scars, but the pain of it will go away. See, the price of love, and this affects everyone, no matter who you are. The price of love is going to vary depending on what area you're in. And that's a joke. I'm kidding. Just a reminder that this channel and its content is not made or intended for children. Okay, that's my disclaimer. But in all seriousness, the price of love is pain. And either you or the loved ones are going to pay it. And the longer the love, the higher the price. Typically. So you had a breakup, she broke your heart, that's pain. That's a typical breakup. That's not to say that people can't have a mutual breakup to minimize that pain, but it's not all that common. And if you don't break up and you spend your lives together, eventually someone's going to die. And then you're going to grieve. Or you're going to die and they're going to grieve. The price of love is always pain. And why wouldn't it be? By the law of polarity, love makes you feel good. Losing your love makes you feel bad. So there's always a price to be paid for love, and that price is pain. That said, I'm not so sure that yours qualifies for actual love. Yours is more of an obsession that reeks of scarcity. So you say that you could be possessive, idealistic, and maternal. So when you say that you're possessive, that is an number one beta male scarcity trait. When you say that you cannot get over this girl and she's constantly in your mind, that is called an obsession. When your mind keeps returning to something even when you don't want it to, that is an obsession. The inability to get your mind off of something. Now, you say you used the spells of love and loss, and it worked, but eventually she decided to cheat on you and did it right in front of you, almost as if to spite you. Now, I did warn in the Spells of Love and Loss program that this can happen when casting for specific people. But you bought this program to get this girl. That's why you bought it. And congratulations, you got her. It worked. But you also got everything that I warned you about. When you put love under will and try to control it, don't be surprised when their will does everything they can to break free of that control. Careful what you wish for, you just may get it, but you also may get the relationship from hell to go along with it. And it can be argued that you cast more of a love spell upon yourself for this girl than you did on her. Now, what you should have done was take my recommendation from the program and cast for somebody that you don't know specifically, with the qualities that you are seeking. That's what you should have done, and should still do. But you said you still held out hope for a future with this girl. That's your obsession. That's your obsession telling you that. You say you believe you're attractive and charismatic, but you've always struggled when it comes to love. Well, it's not your looks. It's your actions, or a lack of action. As you say, you don't want to approach anyone. You want to wait for them to approach you. Well, you're going to be waiting forever if you do that. And you're going to have a real lonely time. Again, that's part of the beta male profile that you don't want. Now, I haven't recommended him in a while, but in your case, I'm going to recommend that you watch videos by RSD Tyler on YouTube and RSD Free Tour on YouTube. And at least watch one a day from each of them. Because if you are going to change your thinking, then you need to repeatedly listen to people who are thinking the way that you need to. It only stands to reason. If you want to get good with women, then you need to listen and learn from those who are good with women. If you want to have more money, then you need to listen and learn from those who have more money. Do what they do. Not just once, all the time. Now, I haven't listened to RSD Tyler in quite a while, so I have no idea what they're doing over there now, but you should certainly subscribe and start with their older content before he had his beard. Or while it was still short, because I know they had some amazing stuff back then, but he's going to tell you that you need to approach, like consistently, all the time. No matter how many times you get shot down, you still have to approach. And that will get you over your fear of approaching. It's the only way to do it. Again, experience is the best teacher. Make sure you watch his videos on hard case newbies. Use that search term, hard case newbies. He's going to tell you how to get over your one-itis, as they call it, your obsession with one girl, the one that you've put on a pedestal that doesn't deserve to be, hooking up with someone right in front of you. But then again, what you consider cheating, she may say that she never committed to you in the first place. Scarcity has a way of twisting facts around very selfishly, very possessively. But I'm going to give you some props because at least you're asking on how to get over her instead of how to get her back. Because it's quite obvious that this just isn't the girl for you. Now, you can use sigils to help break your obsession. And I recommend that as well. Sigil Magic has a very good track record of making internal changes. So, along with your RSD Tyler and RSD Free Tour assignment, you should also be doing some sigil magic as well. And as a chaos magician, that should be right up your alley. All right? And that's about it. Again, now you need to go listen to RSD Tyler every day, because after a while of listening to him, you'll begin to think like him. Before long, you'll be acting like him, and then you'll be getting success and results like him. That's how it works. But you need to do it repeatedly. You need to be doing it consistently. And of course, everyone needs to remember that the price of love is pain. And for some people, that price is going to be too high. But for everyone else, the Spells of Love and Lost program is now on sale for 20% off the regular price, 1 week only, now through Valentine's Day, February 14th. Link in the video and in the description with the discount already applied. And I will be making a separate video announcing this sale so that our friends on YouTube can also pick it up while it's still valid. And that will about do it for today. I want to thank everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and share it if you did. It helps other people find it. You know I'm over at Twitter at Frederick Xavier, Facebook at facebook.com/mindandmagic. I have another channel started over at bitshoot.com/mindandmagic. And of course, we're on Patreon and Subscribestar, where all supporters get early access to the Mystery School videos before they're available elsewhere. I want to thank you all for your love and support, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
Put love